Ah, they moved it. Okay. Got it. Alright, well. Well, is the queen here? Spooky save point. Let's take advantage. These guys won't talk to us. Okay. Is that Dalton? Okay, that makes total sense, yeah. For sure people watch for different reasons. That would be fun. I would watch. I'll watch pretty much anything wrestling related. But I'd totally watch your documentary. Alright, big fight with Dalton. Here we go. Can he be confused? Go ahead, try and attack. Uh-oh, I messed up. Yup, that happened. No, okay, he's the only target. I think we should probably get some hastes up. I don't want to attack into him while he's got his cloak shut. Do I have to? Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Maybe I just have to? Let's try again. Does he just always counter with that? Alright, I'll tell you what I'm afraid of. Is he's gonna have another attack that's gonna hurt like a lot. It's a valid fear, right? Though if this is all he does, maybe it just doesn't matter. As long as I don't have 1 HP when I attack, right? Let's do an aura whirl. Frog will have you heal. Maybe this is pointless. That's awesome that he actually went to Mania in person. That's super cool. Alright, let's do... If we're gonna get countered, let's do some powerful attacks, I guess. Let's get haste out on Frog. Yeah, I mean, obviously WWE is super popular. And of course, like, Japan's got its own thing going. So I think there's probably, it's like country music to me, in that I think a lot of people actually listen to it. No. I think a lot of people actually listen to country music, and a lot of people actually watch wrestling. 7 HP. And they're just maybe a little bit embarrassed about it, so they hide it. It's kind of an awkward conversation. As an out wrestling fan, so to speak, I get constantly asked like the same dumb questions, like, you know it's fake, right? And stuff like that, and you're like, yeah, of course I know it's fake. That's the fun. Are you ascending, sir? Or are you teleporting away? Teleporting away. Why does this look like an item? It's not. Actually, can we just go back and use the save point? Heck yeah. Just shelter up. Take the easy road here. Alright, that was a weird fight. Frog's favorite place to eat is IHOP. Well, Frog's messed up because I think IHOP's terrible. I've been to like 6 IHOPs in my life and they all had awful service and not good food. This place is huge. I have never been to a Waffle House. Nope. Sure haven't. Alright, everything down here looks evil. Oh, another save point. Black energy grows, something scary is waking up. Yeah, its name's Lavos. Have you been to a Waffle House, Jimbo? If so, tell me all about it. My wife is the one that loves breakfast foods. Really more of a sandwich kind of guy. That said, I do like breakfast. French toast is my top tier breakfast. French toast with some strawberries. Ooh, baby, baby. Incredible power of Lavos is not going to work out well for you. Oh, is it a southern thing? Oh man, I got a friend that's moving to Tennessee pretty soon. If he can have access to Waffle Houses, I bet he's gonna be so excited. He's big on breakfast as well. Alright, so we seem to be kind of in like a story time rush to stop the queen, but we don't seem to be like actually timed in a way that we're gonna get punished, so I think we can kind of take our time here. Texas, but no Waffle House? Dang. Okay. Mobs are notably stronger here, or they just had really high defense. A rune blade. Aw, man, we spent all that money on the Pearl Edge and immediately upgrade it. Magic +4 as well. Dang, that's a fat upgrade. Shouldn't complain about upgrades. They're all good. Are these guys more weak to magic? Is that what's going on? Well, water heals them. Scouter fights all magic but lightning. Okay, and he countered with magic. Got it. No more magic on that guy. Southern and East Coast thing. Gotcha. Well, I think we're pretty lucky. California tends to have most things, so can't complain. Oh man, we're starting to get some insane gear now. Upgrades on upgrades on upgrades. Three of them. So if we don't want to do magic attacks, we're just gonna have to rely on some strong physical ones. Do these guys not attack? I don't think I've been normal attacked, just counter-attacked. Huh. Maybe we can just slow roll them then. It just won't matter. And that's a door. Let's make sure we've cleared out this floor of its goodies. Wow, this place is actually huge. Looks like mobs are not respawning. So if we have to backtrack, it shouldn't be a huge deal. Oh shoot, what are you? Mage. You are dead, that's what you are, sure. Man, I'm Californian enough that those were just letters to me. DFW, no idea what you meant, man. Down for whatever. I'm in down for whatever. Dope. Friends. Water? Drastically fiendish welfare. Distracted. No, that's PH. Distracted. Ferocious. Wankers. I don't know. Dallas Fort Worth. Got it. Okay. That makes a little more sense. Sorry, my California was showing there. Dude, I could have gotten it. It's just a couple more guesses. I was headed towards Dallas Fort Worth. You could tell based on my guesses that I was on the right track. You could say I was determined to figure it out. You're welcome. I'll be here all week. You're welcome. Speaking of all week, on Thursday, it's Games with Friends, in which I actually need to use my game PC that had its power supply die. And in diagnosing that it was the power supply and not the motherboard or the RAM, I had to reset the CMOS. And I don't know if you guys build your own computers, but that means I had to wipe out my BIOS settings. Which as an overclocker is the most depressing thing you can do because, you know, I didn't have them written down. So I guessed at stuff and I got it at least reasonably stable. I haven't stress tested it. So Thursday might just be my computer crashing over and over again. So you're welcome to come choo-choo all aboard that train wreck on Thursday. Woo! Is this a switch? Sure is. Chrono. Oh man. Magic only on these guys. No. Protected by Barks. Oh, we gotta kill the other one first. I should read. On Thursday, we're going to be continuing Borderlands, the pre-sequel. We were going to play Left 4 Dead 2, but then I found out some of the people that were supposed to play on Thursday didn't actually have Left 4 Dead 2. And I don't want people to have to buy a game that's normally on sale for like $1.50 for 20 bucks. Especially when we got a Steam sale, like, I don't know, a month and a half away. So we just switched over to a different game for a bit. And then we'll hit up Left 4 Dead 2 after the Steam sale. So yeah, it's me, Mushi, and Mitsuneto playing Borderlands, the pre-sequel on Thursday. Pretty excited about it. I really kind of didn't like Borderlands 2. But I think a lot of that was my own ineptitude. I'm not really experienced with shooters, so therefore I'm bad at them. And what that led to was my limited experience with shooters was Battlefield and Overwatch, which I enjoyed both of those, but then jumping to Borderlands is kind of a joke on the shooter genre in a lot of ways. So I didn't have like the experience, so I didn't really get the joke. You know, it's got these guns where like when you reload, you huck it and it explodes. Or the thing like sways like this like crazy, but hits really hard when you do hit, and I was just like, ugh. I don't know, I didn't have a real good experience with that. And then we were kind of rushing through it, so I didn't get any of the story. Which, that's on me. I mean, my friends would have slowed down if I had asked them to, but you know, we kept triggering dialogue, so they'd just play one after the other or overlap on top of each other, and I honestly, I had no idea what the story was at any point in the game. So yeah, I just had like a not good experience with that game. I'm glad I finished it. So I kind of was a little fearful going into Borderlands the pre-sequel, because it's just more of the same, right? But I'm now focused on only picking guns that I know I'm gonna enjoy. Like, I don't even bother picking up a gun, even if it's technically an upgrade, if I know that I'm not gonna like the mechanics of that gun. And that's helped a lot. And then I got lucky and picked a class where their special ability kind of is aimbot, essentially. So that alleviated a lot of my issues as well. When we're in the middle of like an intense fight and I can't figure out where the hell the enemies are, I can kind of rely on that. So, long story short, I'm actually really enjoying, like, we played for 2 hours and change last Thursday, and I had more fun in those 2 hours than I did in the entirety of Borderlands 2. So, you know, a little bit of knowledge, and you can take it a long way in that game. Just focus on playing what I find fun, and then I'll end up having fun. Weird how that works. We are getting a lot of good items, like lapis and stuff. Now wait a second. I went in this door. And came out another door? Oh, absolutely. Friends help, yeah. I mean, I had friends with me in Borderlands 2 as well. I don't know. I think I made it worse on myself. I just went in with the wrong kind of expectations. I thought it was going to be, I don't know, more of a generic shooter, I guess. I had played the first couple hours a few times, but I don't know what I thought. So I had the wrong expectation going in, and I just kept picking up the best gun number-wise, so my gun mechanics changed like every gun, and bleh. Okay, so this is kind of a maze. Yeah. Sorry, I know I'm repeating areas, so I go in this door. Oh, I see. This is a door. Okay, I'm figuring it out. You can play full melee with the ninja guy? Interesting. We didn't even play the ninja guy. Have I played any other shooter since? This was actually just 2 weeks ago that we finished Borderlands 2. So, no. I've played a fair amount of Overwatch, like over 100 hours. So, I'm getting a lot better just at shooters. But, you know, like I said, it's my interpretation that Borderlands was very much like a rib or a joke on like what shooters that were popular at the time, like the Call of Duties and Battlefields. Like, it just took those concepts and just went way off the rails with them, and then did humor on top of that with an interesting art style. But since I didn't, like I said, I didn't have that anchor point of having played any Call of Duties or Battlefields, really, it just didn't resonate with me. Awesome. Thanks, Heatherly. Yeah, so, you know, it's no big deal. I'm not mad at it or anything. I certainly wasn't frustrated with the game. It just wasn't my cup of tea. But refocused, keeping it simple, and we'll enjoy Borderlands pre-sequel, at least for a while. I picked I think the class is called the Mechromancer. I didn't ever catch the name of the character. But she summoned like a robot to fight for you. One of my friends told me that would make it a lot easier, because he would essentially fight for me, and that ended up being very true. And Heatherly, as to Chrono Trigger, I am absolutely loving this game. I came in with something like 20 years of hype, and people telling me this was the greatest game ever, potentially. And by people, I mean the whole world on the internet and everything, so I came in pretty ready to be disappointed. And yeah, it's so good. I've been constantly surprised. I mean, the story has been amazing. I shouldn't talk about it in generics. Like the story has been amazing because it's been almost down to earth. I know that's weird with a time travel game, but like the whole concept of the protodomes and the people who were essentially starving to death but could continue to heal themselves so that they'd stay alive, but they were still starving and had no hope for the future. Like that's some seriously intense storytelling. And they were hoping for us to find food, and we go down there and there's no food. Like, just stuff like that, just over and over again, this game delivers. Like, Marl and her dad, like, is just this roller coaster of emotions. Yeah, I don't know. I thought time travel would be stupid, but they've actually... It's implemented in a really cool way. I like how they explain the game mechanics, like the end of time. When I found out I could fight the final boss, I was thinking that would be really cheesy. And so I just fought it, like I'm sure most people do. And then to find out add slow? Is that what that said? Sorry, hang on. Randomly cast slow. That's so good. Yeah, and then just to find out that it's like one boss after the next. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy how good it is. What a well thought out game. And yeah, I've just been surprised every step of the way. Okay, not sure what that opened. Mechromancer was the hardest class in Borderlands 2? Gotcha. Well, maybe I messed up. I don't know. It helped because I essentially got carried through that game. Just being able to summon my robot and be useful. So I don't regret it. I did avoid the mechanic where you, like, your aim gets worse, but your damage goes up. I avoided that entirely. As long as you avoid the spoilers, I'm totally fine with you chatting it up. Heatherly, go for it, man. But yeah, needless to say, I've been extremely impressed with this game. I came into this wanting to play a couple of these greatest of all time games back to back. So I started with Final Fantasy VI. And then we moved on to Chrono Trigger here. And I can say Final Fantasy VI was a really good game. I enjoyed it. I thought the story was okay. The graphics were cool. The mechanics were fun. It was a really good game, but this is a great game. I'm not even done with it, and I can straight up say this is a great game. Gotcha, gamer. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I tried to play through Borderlands 2 multiple times, and I couldn't get past the first few hours. We know that's my curse, but yeah, and no knocking on Final Fantasy VI. It was really good, really good. But this is just a tier above. I could have spent like 2+ hours just doing the opening carnival. Or the fair, whatever it was. That's unheard of for me. I'm normally a guy who throws down a game after like 3 or 4 hours. I'm just like, I'm not feeling it, and I'll never finish it. But here I was wanting to spend 2 hours playing a stupid minigame. If you're asking me, Jimbo, I personally don't have a list. Coming back to streaming after taking a break from it for a while, I wanted to accomplish something different, I guess. I've played World of Warcraft an enormous amount. I've played so much World of Warcraft you wouldn't believe. And because of that, I missed out on a lot of games. So that paired with my seemingly inability to finish games, I've played several Final Fantasies, but only like the first few hours of it. So I don't really have a list myself, but they're all now on the list to play. And my goal is to get some the end screens. Add some the end screens to my life. So, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to Final Fantasy. Now I know it is 2 because I bought the SNES version. But I think it's technically 4. You guys can let me know if that's true or if that's right or not. So I think it's Final Fantasy 4 is on the short list. But before that, I think we're going to tackle Super Mario RPG. Never played a turn-based game for more than 10 minutes. It doesn't seem like you're jam dead, gamer. From all of the talks we've ever had, that seems like it might be a little too simple for you. Or at least not action-packed enough.